Hello, welcome to Bright Opal Tarot channel. My name is Sophie, and I want to welcome all of my very patient subscribers. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, there's no time like the present to do so. Don't forget for the thumbs up, it does make a difference. I'm not going to make a reading today, but I want to show you something. My aunt gave me something that is to me, in my heart, of value. First, because it comes from my aunt, who, as you probably know, is in palliative care, in a home that is specialized in palliative care. So she probably had the steak and egg for breakfast. And they spoil the people that are there. They spoil them. There's no restrictions, and there's no they're very well cared for. And in a time like COVID here, where we are in confinement, and where we basically have very restricted access to our people who are in senior homes, senior residences, they are allowing up to 4 people a day to visit their patient, and it doesn't have to always be the same 4 people. So my aunt can have visit from all of us, but up to a maximum of 4 visits a day. And the visits are as long as you want them to be. It can be 4 people together, although they don't recommend it, but they won't stop us from having 4 of us visit my aunt. So I think that's a fantastic situation when you take in consideration what the times that we are living in. So we don't know how much time she has left, which is why I'm a little bit emotional, and it's difficult for me to do readings. I think I haven't had a chance to do that, but I think watching The Nasty Woman tonight and Ron after will be a big help. It's the mood they create, and the nasty women are nasty. But Ron is, he talks a lot about love, about sharing, about life being about love. And I think it's gonna help me a little bit today. Who knows, maybe tomorrow I'll do a reading. I'd like that because I miss it, but right now everything is tainted. Everything I read is tainted. So I'm not going to see her, but I'm gonna try next week. But here is what she gave me today. Not today, but this week. She told my mom that she wanted me to have those. The first one is the Oracle Beline. It's in French, and you can see it's been it's a little old because my aunt keeps her things very well. She takes care of her things quite a bit. So it's signed Ce jeu a été conçu et I'm going to need to have my new glasses to be able to read that, but it's signed by Bellini. I'm not sure if it is something that was specific, assigned for my aunt or not. My aunt had an art gallery with her husband for a long time, and they met all kinds of people in the show business, or popular businesses, and so it's possible that it was signed for her. I don't know. It doesn't matter because it was passed on to me at my aunt's request. It's not something that I grabbed saying, "Oh, I'm the only one reading tarot here. Everybody thinks it's the work of the devil." She only knew. If they only knew. She was the only one, along with my aunt Monique, who is also having. She has pancreatic cancer, but she's fighting it, and she's fighting it well. But she also has emphysema. I saw her this week. Oh my God, she lost weight. So much weight has been lost. But she seemed to be okay, She knows that the end is coming. Well, they both know the end is coming. And she seems to be okay. So this deck is from 1961. I'm going to have to ask my aunt if this deck was my grandmother's deck or not. Here I am talking about my family thinking that what I do is the work of the devil or something like that. Or not the work of the devil, but they are very worried because they're very spiritual and very religious. They are worried that what I'm trying to do may affect me badly in a spiritual way, because they believe that these are of the devil. As you can see, not all of them are, but my immediate family, like my brother, my mom, yeah, they do. They're very worried about me with that. Thing is, it's made me grow so much, so fast. So this oracle is from 1961, and it's I'm going to have to study the cards, which is not something that I'm good at. I'm not good at taking classes. I'm not good at studying. I need to do in order to learn, and I need to fall on my face and get up and do again until I learn. That's the type of person I am, and I think it's unfortunate because I miss out on a lot of things, but that's okay. There's a lot of astrology associated with it, and if this deck was from the get-go my aunt's deck, it makes sense because she was into astrology more than she was into tarot. But someone said that it could have been my grandmother, my mother's mother, was doing tarot when she was alive, and nobody knew about that until she passed on. But there's a lot of it's in French, but it's very very different than what I've seen before. Maybe I haven't looked far enough. Maybe that's a deck that's been on the market for like ever. But anyway, so those are, they have keywords here. So it's very interesting. I think it's very interesting in it talks about health, talks about wisdom, treason, heritage, when you don't sleep, you stop being able to talk, or you're looking for your words. Well, this is one of those days. So anyway, I'm not going to go through all of it, but I am going to use it because I don't believe in leaving cards on the shelves like I have with so many of them there, although I don't have that many compared to Tarot's Apprentice. And here, this is the Grand Tarot Béline. Grand Tarot Béline. So it has a very nice box. It was kept into this little box here, but that box reminds me of boxes that we had in the 70s, 60s and 70s, and they would always break at the corner. I'm going to try to restore it. So this is a 1966 deck, and while the booklet in this one was in 3 different languages like French, English, and German, or Dutch, one or the other, this one is only in French, which is okay because I'm French. So each card has 2 names, like the Queen of Wands or Mistress of the Scepter. So, yeah, 1966. These are the cards. This is my hand beside the card. And I have big hands. I know it. I have big paws. And that's okay. I work it out with my hands. I need the muscles. So, I'm trying to find out who wrote this. It feels like it was printed, like the willpower of the man man, I'm not good at translation right now. I used to be. I started reading tarot in English when I couldn't speak a word. So yeah, those are huge. Did I mention they were gilded? I love gilded tarots. I think they're so beautiful. Gilded cards. It's beautiful, and it's the old way of gilding. It's not they're well used, one or the other. But I don't think they've been used all that much. So it's the same idea. The table, love, which is Two of Cups, and it's called love. The table is the Ace of Cups. You said the table. Success, the Three of Cups. I find it very interesting. Those are, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, those are pimps, right? Those are pimp cards. That means that you see only for the minor arcana, unless they're the court cards, it's only the suits that you see here. Like in this case, it's the Seven of Cups. And there are reversals to this. So, yeah. Oh my God. They use the old French. Le maître du glaive. Glaive is the King of Cups, of Swords. They really did use old English, old French. So, yeah, those are all the cards. The Moon. And here is Temperance. And they call it faith. And there is nudity in these cards, but not all that much. When you think about it, we don't see we see the breasts, but we don't see the genitalia, which for me is they're not falling from very far up. Which for me matters, because I have nothing against nudity, against being proud of your body, or feeling that your body is, going into nudist colonies. But if you go into those colonies, you don't go there for, you go there to be free. That's the only way I see it myself. You go there to be free. I've never been to one. You'll never see me in one, unless all of a sudden I wake up with the body of Jennifer Lopez, but a little bit taller. And so it matters to me because I think that sometimes in tarot it's exploited. There is a deck that is about sex. Everything in the tarot relates to sex. I know there's at least one deck or two, but you know in advance what you're buying. You know in advance that's basically what you're going to find in that, and that's fine. That's okay. But when I buy a tarot myself, if there is nudity, I want it done respectfully, and I want it done in the good, in an appropriate way. Like in this one here, we don't see her genitalia, but does she really need to be? Yes, she does. Never mind. Here, why don't they just, there's still no genitalia that is shown, and that's the world of the card of the devil. They call it the typhoon. I mean, the guy looks like he's about to go into BDSM. Does he need to have something like that? That's what I'm saying. I'm not bothered by it, but when it's to excess, then yeah, I have trouble. I don't like it. I'm not a prude. Before you say that, I'm not a prude. I just want it to be appropriate and respectful. So those are all the Osiris's car. I'm sorry. When translated word for word, that's what it means. So they're very, very, very different cards in my book anyway, with my limited knowledge of tarot. And the more I look at them, the more I love them. I love them at first because they were from my aunt. I hadn't opened the box that I was already in love with them. Because my aunt is, she's my favorite aunt. She's seen me go through very difficult situations. But I'll never, forget what she's done for me. She used to babysit my dog, and when I say babysit, I mean Lady Faye. She was babysitting her for months at a time because I was in the hospital. Anyway, and hopefully the sound is a little better because this is another computer. Oh, the back again. This is another computer. This is my aunt's computer, which is for anyone else would be unusable. I'm going to try to fix it a little bit because she dropped it a lot. And she spilled coffee, I don't know how many times, because you can still see it around certain letters on the keyboard. The keyboard doesn't work at all. So I'm gonna try to fix it and see what happens. And if I can fix it, then that's something that one of her sons would have. So yeah, so this is, look at the haunted house tarot. Those are fairly the size of regular tarot. Can you see the difference? It's huge. So I love it. So anyway, this is basically what I wanted to share with you. I'm going to try to do more some readings, a little bit more, because things seem to be getting more under control. But just understand that when I know my emotion gets in the way of the reading, and I'm practicing to make it better so that I can do some readings. And meditation. I need to do a lot of that. Anyway, thank you for listening to me babble. And again, thank you for sticking with me. If you pray, could you please keep both my aunts and my mother in your prayers, because my mom has been losing a sister a year now. She only has 2 left, and she started losing weight like crazy. She herself is in remission of lung cancer, but they started seeing some spots again. So, yeah, full plate. Anyway, you have a good blessed day, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.